Hello, lads and ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of Let's Play FM20. I'm Ahab, and this is my Deportivo La Coruña save. I had previously recorded, or should I say prior recorded, this episode with the previous match in the game, but frankly the recording was absolute crap. I was quite distracted by many things going on in real life, and I wanted to make up for that. It really was not something I should have uploaded to YouTube, and I didn't, and I just made the executive decision to, let's just go with the next match. Unfortunately, that last match was a derby match against Celta de Vigo, and it was not a match I wanted to see, frankly. We played poorly, but I'll get into that in a second. I apologize for those of you who are regulars that I wasn't able to post the past 2 weeks. Some real-life issues took me away from recording. And my wife was in the hospital for a little bit, but she is well on her way to being mended and happy to be home. All is well in that regard. And, when things happen like that, you got to make sure you take care of family first. So now that that is back on the way to being normal, let's get some more recordings done. So let's talk about that game against Celta de Vigo. Like I said, unfortunately, I was distracted while I was recording that, and it was absolute crap recording. But enough about that. It was a draw, 2-2, and frankly, it shouldn't have been. We played the match fairly well. We had solid possession. We had some solid shots on goal. I mean, it was pretty even, actually, and then I look at the stats, but I feel like we played better than Celta de Vigo did. Ruiz's goal, let's see here. Watch goals. Yeah, we'll watch the goals here. There we go. It was, I just felt like we did much better than they did. Cartabia was on fire in that game. Edmondson put a nice assist to Ruiz out, who came in and shot it. They got us on the break here, which Mina was always going to be a threat, and I thought that was going to be the only goal right there that they scored, was that one. Traver with a nice cross, Edmondson up to back to Marchetti, up to Ingvartsen to Marchetti to Edmondson was just a solid passage of play, and that was a defense falling asleep. So that's 4 goals in that game. You can see we had some pretty solid player rankings here, but so did they. So it was a pretty even game. I mean, you just never know what's going to happen with derbies, and especially derbies that aren't in the English Premier League. You know, I heard a joke the other day that derbies, not a joke, but an anecdote, that derbies outside of England are like the matches of great story and trial and just make history. You know, and there is a history between teams in England. Like the Merseyside derby between Liverpool and Everton. But, those matches aren't really, I don't feel like they have a history. Now, folks from England would probably yell at me for saying something like that. Granted, I'm not English, I can't speak to that, but I think outside, and I've heard this from other people as well, that the derby matches outside of England are much more, there's much more to them. So, what's coming up in this episode? We've got Levante. Now, Levante is sitting in 10th. They've had a solid year. Their goal differential is an even 0, which, I'm not sure what to say about that, because when we played them in both matches that we've played them this far, we played them in the Spanish Cup, and then obviously we've already played them in the First Division. Spanish Cup, I'm not sure how we won that, because they just defended so well. And they were chasing balls down. I mean, it was a very, very tough game. And you can see we lost the other First Division game to them 2-3. Like, that was a nasty back and forth game. They were playing really fast, well connected soccer. So I'm a little nervous to see where this goes, especially coming up here. Currently, we're in 3rd. We have only a handful of games to go, and we've got 6 points on Madrid. Now, what's great is in the last week where we drew Celta de Vigo, everybody else dropped points as well, and they either lost or they drew. So we are in the same spot where we were. Got 6 points on Atletico. We got 8 points on Valencia. Valencia actually lost. We were 7 points up on Valencia, and now we're 10 points clear of Bilbao. So what it's not telling us here in the informational is we have absolutely qualified for at least Euro spots, which is just amazing considering this is our first season in La Liga. But I'm fighting to get a Champions League spot, and I'm thinking we're going to be able to hold on to that. If we're able to hold on to that, oh boy, we've got to do something over the summer to reinforce the team a little bit with all the old players or older players that are leaving. And I have a feeling I'm not going to have much budget to work with, but we'll see. But so if we win this match and other matches go our way, that puts us at 71 points, and theoretically we could be solid through the end and keep third place. So yeah, let's see how Levante has done historically here their past couple of matches. So they've been hit and miss, and they're kind of on a all over the place swing. They've lost to Barcelona, Malaga, Villarreal, and then Real Madrid. Ooh, Madrid hammered them. And then they've had a couple of draws. They've had a win against Getafe. They've had a draw against Valencia. That's kind of surprising. They won against Girona, and they drew against Valladolid and Real San Sebastian. So, let's take a look at the lineup for this particular episode. So we are going with O'Hara in goal, and that's because our starter Uzoho is injured, and he's going to be out for the rest of the year. I think 10 days to 3 weeks. Well, we'll see. But he's been stepping up pretty well, frankly. He's been doing okay. Simone on the right, Chumi and Soma in the middle and the back, and Ruiz out left. Cartabia dominating on the left wing as usual. Marchetti and Madran starting in the midfield. Traver on the right. Traver still playing above what his attributes show. Edmondson is #1 goal scorer for La Liga at this moment at 25 goals. And actually that led me to a question while I was looking at that. What happened to Messi? I'm going to look at that in a second. Ingvartsen on the left there up front. Sticking with the 4-4-2 for this episode, I think. Well, I need to get into the game and see how they're going to play. And I'm also going to probably change it to, instead of counter press, I'm probably going to change it to regroup if they play the same or similar ways that they did the last 2 matches against us. But before we get into the match, what's going on with Lionel Messi? He's had 23 excuse me, 23 appearances, 13 goals, 8 assists. Jeez. That is a freaking stat. 6th player of the matches. Man. He was injured the last time we played them, or maybe he was being rested. I don't remember. They still beat us, but I mean, God, those stats just make me drool. Make me drool. But I mean, he is the best player in the world. I'm sorry. I feel that Messi is better than Ronaldo. Anyway. Okay. And so that's the lineup. On the bench, we've got Jallo, who's a new signing. I sold him on a free. I sold him with the anticipation that we were going to let Eneko Boveda go. And he's on his way out. And that's because he's starting to age a bit. Now, I'm up there in my age myself, and I feel like I'm still pretty fit. I could play some soccer, maybe not professionally. But in the game, I like to keep a little bit of a younger squad, and that's just the way I like to play. So I'm going to refer to players in their 30s as being older. So Eneko Boveda is his contract next. I'll go over that in a minute. Jallo, I signed on a free to replace him. He's young. He's fairly determined. He's got a balanced personality, which I'm okay with, but he can play both sides really well. And he's got pretty much the same mental and physical attributes as Boveda, and slightly better technicals at this point in time with plenty of time to grow. So I think he's going to be a solid off-the-bench player for us. Also on the bench is Ladropoulos. I don't know what I'm going to do with him. He's not really keeping up with the ability. He has some great games and he has some crap games, and it's frustrating because his crap games really cost us big points. Vicente is our bench player in the middle, and Bjarnson is also going to be our bench player off the middle, and that's because Shibasaki's a little tired, and he's coming off of injury. Ogu's coming off of injury as well. LaCruz is for the right side. Bjarnson can play the left side if needed, and then Janis Mierge for a striker replacement. I'm going to have to replace Christian Santos because he's going at the end of the season as well. Yeah. So, speaking of the end of the season, what's coming up here? This is what I have to deal with. Bjarnson is already gone, transfer. Ogu, gone, transferred. Regentinhos is retiring at 36. That's a little bit of a bummer because I'm going to miss his leadership. He's got solid leadership skills. And, I mean, frankly, he has some pretty good stats, but I just don't. I think I can find a better player, a more reliable player for the amount I need to re-sign him at. I don't want to re-sign him for like $1.6 million or $1.4 million. I just don't feel like he's worth that. Boveda is gone. Vicente is gone. Christian Santos is gone. And basically, I'm losing all these players right here. So I need. My original plan with seeing them that they were going to be leaving was find a solid replacement midfielder, someone who can grow a little bit. Find a replacement striker, because Santos was a really great rotational striker. I need to find a target man who's rotational at this point because I've got two great pressing forwards, and then I've got 17-year-old. See, where is he? Not in here? Oh, yeah, William Pena is making his way up, so he should be solid for a striker. Left side, I'm good with Juan Luis Valor. I think I'm going to... I don't really want to send him out on loan, but at the same time, he needs to get games. So I might send him out on loan, just so he can get some solid game time. He needs to develop more. But I've just got space I've got to worry about there, and I really, frankly, would like to get rid of Vasily Ladropoulos and bring in somebody better. And I've just been scouting so many players. Change it to recent here. I mean, these are all just the recents that I've either had in or scouted previously. And, you know, I've got my eye on a couple of players here and there. But really, I don't know who I'm going to be signing. I'm looking for unhappy players. I'm looking for folks that are going to be out on a free. I'm looking for cheap players. This guy right here is a solid defender. I would love to sign him. His determination and his leadership can really add something. And he's solid build, 6 feet, 176 pounds. Looks for pass rather than attempting to score. That's fine by me. But ball-playing defender, I could use another one of those to replace Ladropoulos. Plus, you take a look at his contract stuff. His minimum fee, boom, $1.5 million. If we qualify for Euro or Champions League, absolute steal at $1.5 million. I'm gonna absolutely come and grab this guy. Like whoa. All right, enough about that. Coming up after the break is going to be the match against Levante. So give me a few minutes to get through to that, and we'll be right back. And we're back with this match against Levante coming right up here, but just wanted to show the other matches going on around the same time, or actually a little bit later this evening, match in the FM world. Big one for us is Real Madrid versus Atletico. Nice classic derby right there. And frankly, I'm hoping Real Madrid hammers Atletico. Normally, I want to see Atletico win just because I like the underdogs, and I like the way Atletico plays. And, well, I don't necessarily like the way Atletico plays, but Diego Simeone has just got an interesting way of playing. But points-wise, I would love to see... I can't catch Madrid if I win even my next 3 matches, one of which is against Barcelona. I can't catch Madrid, Real Madrid. But if Atletico keeps dropping points, I could theoretically clinch third place this weekend. So, on with that. We had a little bit of a team change here because Soma got injured, twisted an ankle, is out for 2 weeks. Such is the way of things. Oh well. In his place, Ladropoulos going in and moved Chumi over to the ball-playing defender because he's solid in that position. Put Ladropoulos in his familiar center defender position. And otherwise, the team is the same as shown before. We'll see how things go. Reports have us... Yeah, I know, he hasn't. But reports are showing Levante are going to play a 4-1-2-3, as it shows here on the right-hand side. So I'm of two minds here. I need to see how they're going to set up. This is typically a mez, so if he's pushing up wide and in the channels here, that might give us a little bit room. I can tell Traver to switch to, I may switch Traver and Cartavia and play some inverted wingers and try to cause a little bit of havoc in here, especially since we've got a bunch of yellow card guys down here. But the other issue is looks like their right side, so my left side is, well, that's their goal scoring side. And Cartavia has been a defensive monster, but we're playing at home here. We'll see how it goes. They do like the experts backing them, so we're going to play off their ego a little bit. Tell them we believe them, end the team talk, and go into the tunnel. Alright, and away we go. Levante's got some solid jersey colors. I'm a fan of the way FM has their jerseys. I'm not sure if that's how the real jersey colors, but it is what it is. Alright, so they are really... This is what they were doing in the last couple of matches against us. They were really not necessarily tackling, but they were closing down balls with gusto. And they were doing that the entire match. Incredible, incredible pressing from them. Ooh, and Vartsen's got a little bit of an opening, and goalkeeper's able to get it wide there. But we're on the up and up here. Uh-oh. All right, Simone's able to get that ball. Back to Ladropoulos. And Simone was offside. All right. All the way in the corner. Oh, right over the top. Are you kidding me? Para comes up with a brilliant save. Well done. Well done, lad. I don't totally have confidence in his ability yet. Not like Uzoho, but he's definitely showing he's got the abilities. I feel like that was a little bit offside, but it is what it is. Corner here for Levante. Vardy puts it in. And it's a goal kick, thankfully. Alright, so we're about 10 minutes in here. Let's see, what do we need to do here? Traver gets a great interception. Marchetti. Not entirely sure what that passage of play was, but we ended up with a corner kick. Good corner in. Oof. A lot of nice balls to the middle of the penalty box there. And we are dominating possession. Nice ball to Cartavia, who plunks it out for another corner. Traver with the corner. And nobody. And Crony gets ahead on it. Chumi, Cartavia, Traver. Back to Chumi. To back out to Traver, who's on an uncomfortable side. Alright, cycling it back through Madron. Nice passage of play there. Traver making a run. Tries the shot and forces a save. Not bad. Not bad. feel like their defenders are just a wall. Let's kick it in. All right, I gotta make some changes here. Or actually, should I? You know what? No, I'm not gonna make any changes because we're down in their half, and we're doing stuff. We're doing things. We've got some creativity going on. They're just playing some solid defense. Ooh, just over. That's not the person you need to be serving the headers to. Dropless, see, gets ballsy and he makes a mistake. Ooh, we got lucky there. And everybody's been saying you got to watch out for Sergio Leon. He's caused us some trouble already. All right, we were able to clear. Back to Bardi. Levante getting on the front foot here with a couple of minutes in our half. Rachna puts it over the goal. All right. Now I'm starting to get the itch where I feel like I need to make a change to get things done here. Oh! Come on, guys. You gotta hop on that. Give it another couple passages of play here and then try and see what I can do to make a change. Cartavia out wide. Traver again out wide. And it's a throw-in. Simone with the toss to Madran. Madran up to Simone, who's not offside, thank God. Marchetti, Ruiz, and over the top. All right. I feel like I'm going to undo work in the box. I'm going to leave it like that for now. What I want them to do is I want them to take a little bit more risky, longer passes rather than just putting it down the side here, which doesn't look like it's going to be happening anytime soon. Yeah. Honestly, the passing and the corner or the crosses are not that bad. We're just not getting solid contact, or we're doing something like that, which is reminiscent of other versions of Football Manager where everything is a cross. Ugh, what a bland first half. They only had 3 shots on goal. Let's go into the dressing room here. And I mean, they're not playing poorly, but I'm not happy with this. Not happy with this. I'm not even going to give them individuals. I think that's good enough. Let me just take a quick look at some things here. Edmondson is roaming from position. He moves into channels naturally, getting forward and moving into channels. Wonder what happens if I take him off into channels. Can I add channels to a DLP? Nope, they don't have that ability, so cancel that. Add it back. See how that goes. Counter press. I'm afraid to enable any sort of overlap because I feel like that would just leave the wings open, and they're already set to wing backs, and they're pushing up far as being naturally just being wing backs. So, oh, Edmondson tries to get a nice snag in there, misses it. A for the effort. Oh, Simone with a nice tackle. Man. No puedo hablo inglés. Can't speak English. Bartson holding up the ball. Chumi over to Ladropoulos, who's going to kick it over to Simone. And we've got tons of space to go. Edmondson's got all day to run into, but nobody to help him. And that's another corner. And Levante keeper's on that. Barty with a free kick and sends it into the upper deck. What a drab match. I feel like, that could have been a. Oh, O'Hara got a hand on it. That's what that was. Ooh, we got lucky then. I was going to say, I feel like that could have been a goal. Oh, O'Hara with the frickin' reactions there. Really, really, really good reactions. We're able to get the ball out. Edmondson is not able to turn the corner there. Tonio is able to get a foot in. Ladropoulos is nervous. Who did you clear that to? Come on. Like, you could have taken a minute. They weren't even close to you. All right, this is not good. We need to change something here. So they're doing a positive 4-1-2 tree. Let's see what happens if we can. I doubt this is going to work. Actually, you know what? No. Be more expressive and work in the box. Maybe that'll help us. In my opinion, adding be more expressive is a little bit more. It's not quite. Whoa! O'Hara grabbed that and quickly released it, and we're able to do nothing. And now Leon is on a counter. Ladropoulos is again sleeping, and he's going to get instant yellow card because he did a tactical foul. That's why I don't like Ladropoulos. He just starts sleeping, and he gets us into a bad position. I don't know what it is. His stats are it's like the opposite of Traver, where Traver has not great stats, but he has solid stats, and he performs much better than his attributes. Ladropoulos has good attributes, not great, good, but he underperforms so regularly. He makes so many mistakes. It causes me mad headaches. Chumi has to chase this down, and I feel like this could be a problem. Nope. All right, out to Madran, who has been helpless or I don't know what to call it. Oh, here we go. Cartabia, as I said, with a nice tackle, dribbles around one tackle, is unable to do anything with it. That was a solid run up the side there. He dribbled around one tackle, stole it from another person, and I feel like I'm going to have to tell these guys to actually take shots. They're just not. There we go. I'm not sure how that even happened. I was too busy watching and I wasn't talking. I'm sorry with commentary, but we're able to sneak one down the line. So Cartabia to Traver, who gets it tackled. Cartabia grabs it again with a nice cross in, and Vartson has the first one blocked. Oh, okay, that's what happened. The keeper went for the first one. It was blocked by the defender, and Ingvartson was able to snag a second shot, get a goal. So, oh man, this is a. Uh-oh. All right. So they've gone to a 4-2-4. And tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to regroup. And I'm going to regroup, and I'm going to pull this line back just a skosh. All right. Play away, lads. Because what I don't want to happen is I want to take advantage of this space that's being left open in the midfield now that they've got the two strikers and the two wingers, and we've got plenty of ability to abuse that with some solid midfield action. Oh, got to be careful. That could have been another yellow card. That would have been Abdou Diallo. Come on, guys. They just go to sleep. They go to sleep. And it frustrates me. It's like the handful of times that Liverpool's been scored on this season in the, what is this, the 1920 real world Premier League season. It's just, they go to sleep sometimes, and they just let the other team have a few shots, and they forget, hey, we're playing professional soccer, professional football. Oh, they're back now. Yeah, let's try it. Pass in space. And I'm going to change it to mixed crosses now. Ooh. Oh, man, that should have been a goal. It should be 1-2, Levante up. I feel like the game at times is getting stretched here. This is not what I want to be seeing. Marchetti is having no effect on the game at all. Really, passing the space is not what I should be using here, but I'm struggling to figure out what needs to happen here. Because we're not able to hold on the ball for very long. Levante is just shutting us down too easily, and our creative players are not. They're letting us down here. Oh, that's a good ball. That's a good ball. Ooh! Trevor needed just a little bit. I feel like I need a winger who can actually head. My right side gets so many balls put to the head. Simone's able to clean that one up, thankfully. Dropless once again. Just not doing anything. Alright. I gotta do something here. Got to do something here. What am I gonna do? Edmondson is getting shut down, so our wing play is just not working. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to swap sides here, and I'm going to tell Edmondson to support. And then coming up, I'm going to swap out. Marchetti is just not doing anything. Vincente is the sub, and Vincente is he's a solid player, but I'm not sure he's up to this particular match. Levante is just a solid team. Oh, Cartabia have a shot. Oh, it was stopped by the goalkeeper. Cartabia has a solid foot. Travers getting tired. Oh, and once again, I forgot to put Valor on my roster. Gosh darn it. The reason I'm saying gosh darn it is because Travers tired. Bjornsson is my left side. Bjornsson can't. Oh, actually, he can play inverted winger. Oh, all right. I didn't know that about him. Have at it. Bjornsson's an old, big Icelandic player. Should be able to muscle these Spaniards around a little bit. Come on, Viking, let's do it. O'Hara is keeping us in this game, and his rating is showing that quite clearly. Oh, it's starting to rain. Let's give an old demand more here. Oh, they've gone to a very attacking 4-4-2. It's the endless corner loop. Oh man, come on guys. Let's just see how the underlap goes here, because I've got the inverted wingers doing their thing. Bjornsson makes a nice tackle. Thank you, big man. And I've got to make another sub here. Got to reinforce things. Marchetti... No, Madran is starting to play solid. So Marchetti... Replace him with Vincente, get some fresh legs in there. And then... Dropolis once again. Can't afford to have 10 players. Okay, here we go. Get those two subs not in, I guess, before the throw in. They kick it all the way back to their keeper for a reset. They're playing very attacking at this point. They're going for that 3 points. And once again, Ladropoulos steps up and fails miserably, but I think that was Ruiz or Chumi able to cover that. That was a solid defensive play. Oh, I'm so nervous. Somebody was offside. Thank God. Hey, all right. They aren't able to... They're so focused on being up front, they left that midfield wide open. Bjarnsson's able to do nothing with it, as usual. Not that I'm saying Bjarnsson couldn't do anything with it, but that's just the way things are going in this match. All right, good interception from Simon there. Able to put it out to Ingvartsen, who puts it up for Edmondson, who really does nothing with it. Let's turn off work in the box. We've got about 1:10 here, and it looks like we're wasting time to get the point. They're just leaving us in the middle. Come on, guys. What are you doing? What are you doing? Good Lord. Nice ball into space. What a ball. Edmondson's unable to do that. He got tackled. Back to Cartabia. Back to Madran. Have a shot. Yes! Oh, thank God. Sente Gomez hasn't played a match, hasn't played many minutes, and that ball just circled right back to him, and he was able to put that away. Gomez did that so many times in our first season in second division. It's great. Just boom. Look at that. Am I playing the wrong player? Nope. I was confusing him and someone else. Oh, man. If only his physical stats kept up with the rest of his stats. He's a solid player. He's just slow. We need a little bit more speed in that midfield if we're going to keep up with other Champions League teams. Yes, and there's the game. 2-1. Vincente gets a great goal in the 95th minute, in the final minute of stoppage time. What a solid game. Levante was on top of it, and definitely played better than their 10th place current standing. Let's see here. Vincente definitely deserves that 8 ranking at 8, and I think O'Hara deserves more of a rating. Diallo definitely deserves that rating for them. See, they didn't play poorly at all. They had solid rankings except for this Ruben Rochina that they subbed out as a 6-4. Good win, boys. And, nope, nobody deserves a real team talk. I'll talk to Vincente after the match. Yeah, no, you're, I don't know what. Ingvartsen finally scores. Yeah, they've been hounding him. He hasn't 15 hours without a goal, but he's been playing solidly elsewhere. I mean, he's had, 23 appearances, 14 goals, 3 assists. That's not that bad. I mean, it's not 8 assists like Messi, but still, it's not that bad. And here is confirmation that we qualify for the Euro Cup, but there's still 3 games to play. Let's attend this press conference quick. It was a great moment for him. It was no less than we deserved. Can't think of any better than that. Madran was solid. I mean, wasn't like he was. Really should have said that. It was a good game for Madran, but I want to see. Let's see how these other games go, especially the Madrid game. Oh boy, a little nervous. Ooh, 56 million, 114 million for Martinelli now, and he's on loan at Sheffield United. He's a solid player for Arsenal right now. Let's see what happens to him. These are all players I've just been scouting to build up my knowledge base. Come on, let's get to this. Barcelona draw against Celta de Vigo. Plona won against Villarreal. Real just and a draw at Madrid. That is funny. That is funny. Okay, so what do we got? We got. Is that 7 points now? 7 points clear, right? Oh, 8 points. Derp. 8 points clear of Atletico with 3 matches to go. So, oh man, see if they lost. If they lost, that would be it. We would be golden. I think we'd be golden. They could give us Champions League spot right now. But as it is, we're already way too far against Valencia and Bilbao for them to catch us, even if we lose the next 3 games. So Barcelona solidify their win of the first division, and it looks like there's an autosave going on. So we're going to end the episode here. If I will possibly make one more episode if things get tight. But most likely what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an end of the season summary as the next episode, kind of like what my plans are going to be for the summer with regards to how things are going to go for Champions League or Europa Cup spots. I'm also, starting with the next season here, going to change how I record things. I think I'm, in order to speed things up for viewers rather than just have a lengthy, play a match every month sort of thing, I think I'm going to go to a 5 episode, let me know what your thoughts are, 5 episode season. So basically a starting summary of the summer transfer window and a starting match early in the season. Another match somewhere in the middle of before the winter transfer window, a winter transfer window summary, and then a match for that, and then a match in between the winter transfer window and the end of the season, and then another one at the end of the season with a match and a summary of what's going to happen for the next summer, and so just to get more episodes, get them done quicker, and progress more so folks can see how things are going. And I've spoken enough that the save is over. But you can see we've got the EC next to our name, or at least Euro Cup win. But man, all right. Well, that's it for this episode. Thanks everybody for joining me. Definitely check out, I've got another episode of the Bath City, my Journeyman save, coming shortly as well. If you haven't already checked that out, please do. Any questions, comments, leave them below. I respond pretty darn quickly. Otherwise, take care of yourselves and hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.